And now, live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, Anthony Gismondi and Casey Wilson. This is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on CIL 650.
Bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle.
Welcome back to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
We're live on the floor. We're actually in the Australian section at the Wine Festival tonight in the beautiful Trading Convention Centre West. And our next guest is a California girl. People probably don't even know that anymore about Sandra Oldfield because she's been here so long and they just assume she's a Canadian, making wine in the South Okanagan. But in fact, she's a California girl. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me on.
Great to have you back. I haven't seen you in hours.
I know.
We had a late night drink. Was it last night or the night before?
No, it was 3 drinks.
Really?
I thought you say it was 3 a.m.
Sandra and I are both staying in the Pan Pacific, and we're taking pictures of the elevator rugs so we know what day it is and where we're supposed to be going.
No, it's important to have that information.
It's not good when you get home late and it's already the next day.
No.
I'm going to find out who can give me those mats at my house.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to find someone to change
That's
them.
what I mean.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Good.
Ken can do that.
Yeah.
How are you, Sandra?
Very well. How are you?
You brought us a lovely wine. Well, let's start there because we always run out of time.
Sure.
You brought a beautiful wine that's going to cut through what we've been tasting, some big reds.
No kidding.
The Two Bench Rosé, the 2013.
Right. Yep.
Rosé.
I know. It's made from Cab Franc. It's just delicate, beautiful. Love the acidity, love the color, the finesse. I love using Cab Franc. There's nothing bad.
Goes with everything.
I think so year-round.
For women and smart men, we say.
That's right. It's definitely a brosé. It's meant for a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
A brosé.
A brosé.
And it has an illegal back label, I'd like you to know.
No, it doesn't.
It says Golden Mile Bench on there or something.
Well,
are you allowed to say that? Or?
It wasn't illegal a week ago, so we'll see how that goes.
We were just talking to Don Triggs, by the way. Congratulations. You were really the driving force behind that to get... you had a lot of colleagues, but you were really pushing it.
Yep.
So Golden Mile Bench is a reality. We need the government to sign off on something. What is the deal? We don't know what's going on.
We're waiting for Norm Letnick to take it into cabinet and get it signed. But, we've got labels waiting. So we're waiting, Norm.
Is Norm a busy guy? Can we get him a pen?
I don't know, but if you're listening to this and you can ask Norm to bring it to the next cabinet meeting, that would be awesome.
Break out the pen because there's many wineries waiting to label their wines.
It took 5 years to get that together, and it's been sitting on his desk for about 4 months. Not like I'm complaining, but time to go.
Sign it, Norm. Sign it.
Time to go to the printer is what you're concerned about.
That's right.
Yeah, people have gone to the printer. They want to stick them on the bottles.
So we're doing a Chard this year from the Gold Mile Bench. Our new winemaker, Andrew Windsor, is doing a nice long on Surly's French oak Gold Mile Bench Chardonnay. So that's what we'll put out this year with that label.
Well, I want to get to the new winemaker and the wine, but first I want to ask you, what do you think Golden Mile Bench will mean in terms, what do you think will help, or how will it further the cause of what you're doing in the South Okanagan?
I mean, if I step back, I always look at things not just from the South Okanagan's perspective, and I always take a BC view of it. And I think in BC what it means is, we'll start being able to tell a unique story that we've all been doing all along, but now with some real structure behind it. Being able to actually see wines that say Golden Mile Bench on them, to know that the grapes came from there instead of just having the winemaker say they came from there. I'm not saying that winemakers aren't trustworthy, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
It's just nice to be able to look at a flight of wines that all come from one bench and see similarities if you can.
Yeah. Because
have other people proposed their regions?
No.
I've been approached by 2 other regions in BC that are interested in how we did the process. So I know that will happen. I know it'll happen, and hopefully we've made the process a little bit easier, not so difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, leaving 100% BC wines aside.
Sure.
You hired 2 Australians in the last decade. one to grow grapes, one to make wine?
No, only one Australian and one that worked in Australia.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
One Canadian, one Australian.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But they seem like Aussies, no?
Yeah.
The two of them?
Yeah.
How's that changed your life?
They're both named Andrew. We have an Andrew Wine, our Andrew winemaker, and we have an Andrew Vine, our viticulturalist. And it's just, I feel so young when I'm around them. I don't feel old anymore. It's awesome. They're both excited. They're both finding each other's styles, what they're doing in the vineyards, what they're doing in the winery. I mean, Andrew Windsor obviously is a lot newer, but for us, they bring a totally different perspective on what we're doing.
I mean, he's in there making wine. You have to now step back.
I did this year.
And
is that difficult to step back?
I'd be lying if I said it was easy. It was definitely a difficult year for me. But that being said, I mean, there's a reason why you hire people, new people. First of all, for me, I can't keep doing both jobs, running the winery and making the wine. But, I mean, you hire somebody like Andrew to totally take a new look at the same grapes that I've been using for years and to put a totally different spin on them. And for me, it was pretty exciting seeing the same fruit that I've dealt with for 21 years through his eyes this year.
Yeah.
So stepping back from it, I was really thrilled, and actually just did a tasting of all the wines, all the different lots last week, and they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So you were away in Thailand for 3 weeks. Did they do anything?
I did take a vacation this year.
Covert while you were away?
No, he has a couple slow ferments, which is a little bit different for me. He's going with quite a bit of natural ferments, everything uninoculated, and he's way more patient than I ever was at his age. So, when I go away from the winery, I hire good people. I never call back. I never talk to the winery while I'm away.
Our guest is Sandra Oldfield. She's the CEO and president at Tinhorncreek. Sandra, you're also well known. You're probably the best tweeting wine person in the local wine industry. How's that worked out for you? You love Twitter.
I love doing it.
You connecting with what? Everyone? Your customers? The industry?
I've just not had a bad experience with it. I mean, honestly, I've met so many people. Just recently this week we had a bunch of people that go on BC Wine Chat, which we do every Wednesday at 8
o'clock.
And they all came into one room and got to meet each other for the first time, like some of these people that have only seen each other on Twitter. So, and they were tasting wines and loving it. And for me, it was, it was a great consumer type event. But I mean, it was almost like for me going home, because I feel like I know some of these people so well.
Yeah, it's like a community.
It is. But, I mean, I don't want it to be geeky. It's not, for me, it's just been a door opener. It's been a door opener. And we've started a lot of conversations with the rest of Canada, too. And I think, I'm really keen on Canada getting a great wine culture. And someday before I die, that's going to be realized.
Well, I think you made a big step just by opening a restaurant, which is now, I can't believe Mirador's going to be 5 years old.
I know. And we open up on Sunday for our fifth season. So pretty neat.
I'm loving this two-bench rosé.
It helps after all those Shirazes, hey?
Yeah, it just settles everything down.
But I've been tasting some great Australian wines here tonight. I think I hit, I don't know, I feel like I hit about a quarter of them. They're just great.
The Suma Chardonnay just blew me away today. Yeah, you should try and find that out there.
Yeah.
It was ridiculously good.
Spell it.
Souma.
Souma.
Or Souhma, I think. Don't hold me to that.
Suma Chardonnay.
Yeah, delicious.
There's a lot of good wines in the room.
So you've had another super successful concert series last year.
Yep.
How does it work now? How do people get into it? Do they have to sign up like at Christmas now to get a ticket, or how does it work?
No, we announce tickets and who the bands are going to be on April 1st.
April 1st?
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
April 1st. What a great day to do that.
Nothing else going on April 1st in this industry.
Yeah.
I mean, whose idea was that? Could we not have done it maybe on like March 23rd or something? Anyway.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's the bands go on sale April 1st, and the concerts are just fun. But again, for me, it was really an impetus to how can we get involved in our local community? There's not a lot to do in Oliver. and now they're just kind of a thing. And I like them because I like to dance and have fun. And
they've really
drink
morphed
wine.
into a late afternoon, evening event that
They're an evening,
people
yeah.
attend.
Can you give us
Yeah.
a hint at who you're talking to?
Yeah, no.
Guitar players and drummers.
You know what? Only because I didn't bring all the names with me, but we also usually sign a bigger band for September, and that one's not yet decided. So I would tell you if I could.
We'll
but
wait
we
till
don't
April
know.
1st.
We don't know yet.
Big
so.
news day in
Yeah.
British Columbia.
Oh yeah, evidently.
Wow.
What are you guys going to be doing on April 1st?
Well, maybe we'll go up there because I doubt there'll be anything worth covering down in the city.
Well, I'm going to be buying Kleenex for Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? That's okay, Tony.
Yeah. The government doesn't usually let me know what they're doing. I have to
No, they
ferret it.
don't.
I learn on Twitter what they're doing,
Yeah?
mostly, from
Okay.
you.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
So what will be the first wines out from the new winemaker that we'll have a chance to have a look at? And
I think the rosé will come out. The next rosé will come out, and the Pinot Gris will be out in late April, early.
and
yeah,
will you
late
be
April.
dragging Andrew around? Is he a good guy with the press, or how's he? He
He's-
loves interviews.
he's
I know
here.
he's out at the booth, huh?
Yeah, I mean he's great. He's probably a lot like I was a few years ago. You talk a lot, geeky talk. You talk about the wines a lot, talk about what you did. But I mean, at some point you do. I feel so old now, but you do more morph into.
You're not so old.
I know you do morph into more like. Instead of telling people what you're doing, asking them what they're doing, and that's a progression you go on.
Well, I have to admit that I live vicariously through your daughter and your incredible tweets. Is she 10 now?
She's 10.
This year? She's
10.
incredible.
She does not want to work at the winery.
She doesn't, yeah.
No.
That was made clear.
No, she doesn't.
You did like a death and will policy or something?
No, we were doing
What was that?
succession planning.
Yeah.
And so I asked her if she wanted to ever own or run the winery, and she told me, "I told you already. I'm going to help large animals in the jungle."
Oh, my
She got very
goodness.
upset with me. Like, why are you asking me if I'm going to work at that winery? So
That is very funny.
when she's 29 and she wants to own that winery, the answer is going to be too late.
SandraOldfield, Art's waving us off. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks
We're
for
going to
inviting
see
me on.
you soon up in the Okanagan.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
Yeah,
We'll do
can't
some
wait
Mexican
to see
food.
you. Yeah, we'll do
Yes,
some Mexican
our
food.
favorite.
We'll talk boundaries. We'll get that thing signed.
Listen, when you come out the next time, we will have those wines because we will have it signed.
We're getting a
by
pen.
then.
Why don't we just buy a pen and send it to Norm?
Yeah,
that
that's a
could
good
be
idea. Why don't you
know,
send it? That
I
might
could
carry
do
more
that.
weight than me sending
I'll
it.
do it.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's a toss-up.
SandraOldfield, CEO and president of TinhornCreek. Thanks for joining us on the Best of Food and Wine. We come
Thank
to you
you.
live tonight from the floor of the 37th Vancouver International Wine Festival. 165 wineries all over the place. And you know what? You can't get a ticket unless you get one from us, Art.
Yeah, last chance to get your tickets. Go to our Facebook page. This is courtesy of Zuccardi Wines from Mendoza. Visit them.
Zuccardi, I love those wines.
Visit them in the Argentina section. So go to our Facebook page. We've got pictures of the tickets. One of those pairs can be yours for tomorrow night's tasting.
There you go. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Best of Food and Wine. I'm Tony Gismondi.
I'm Casey Wilson.
We'll be right back.
There's lots more still ahead. Live from the 2015 Vancouver International Wine Festival, this is Tony and Casey's Best of Food and Wine on Sea Isle 650.